Hello friends, it's Aubrey from Crybaby Sentimental Homestead, and today I want to show you some packages I recently got in the mail because during the fall and winter time when we're not in the garden as much, we definitely like to see what we can get our hands on and start preparing for the next year. In the packages I ordered, I have a pretty good suspicion of what will be in there, and I know that there are a couple things in there that I consider to be miracles. And I definitely want to share those ideas with you, some strategies around the items that I use in my garden, and also talk to you in the future about some plants that I consider to be miracle plants. So in this, I'm going to show whatever I have in those packages. I know a few of the things that must be in there. And there's probably a few things I forgot about, because usually when I go to get something, I'm like, while I'm online, I see a few other things and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. But I know that there's an item in there that I use in my garden frequently. I consider it to be miracle type substance that I would be using in most of my gardening. I even use it sometimes with some of my house plants. And then one of the things I'm going to be showing you in one of the two packages is a plant that is native to, I believe, like India and Africa, really hot climates. But you can grow that particular plant elsewhere just with some tweaks to go with it. Now, I've tried it so many times and made many mistakes. In future video, I will show you and share with you the mistakes so you can kind of avoid those landmines and have a more successful experience. If you live in a hot climate like Southern California or Florida, then you'll probably have no problem. Maybe even like Southern Texas, you'll probably have no problem growing that plant. But if you do have struggles, or if you've tried growing in the past, I'm going to share with you some things, some strategies that you can really avoid those obstacles moving forward. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what I've got going on in my packages. Let's look. Fall is the season of shopping, y'all. This is an Amazon package. Let's see what I got. What every girl wants. Premium earthworm castings. I mean, if you take a look at this from far away, it's like, it must be like the most bougie coffee grounds ever. This is, oh wait, it's not that kind of tea. I can make, worm tea, not the same thing. It is not Starbucks. Premium earthworm castings, worm bliss. I got 1 quart. I'll put on the screen how much that cost me. But this stuff is like gold in the garden. And then what are these? I have jicama seeds. So I got non-GMO garden seeds. This is jicama, which produces an large edible tuber, which is very yummy and crunchy and delicious, very refreshing. So I got lots of seeds and more than I need. I got like 100 in each package. So I've got 200 of those jicama seeds and the worm castings. Let's see what's in my next package. Not sure where I got this package, so I'll look it up and I'll put a little note on the side of the camera or on the side of the screen. But let's see what I got. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Okay. So in the large package, Moringa oleifera seeds. This is also called the drumstick tree and the miracle tree, and it's used for so many things. People use the leaves. The leaves, when I checked one time, were like $17 or $18 for half a pound, dried. And so I've tried growing them many times before, and I will show you all the mistakes I've made so you can avoid those mistakes. Moringa in Washington State would probably be grown as an annual instead of a perennial, but in warmer climates it's a perennial, and it's incredible. I have a lot of information about that I'm going to share with you at a later time, so make sure you click like and subscribe so you can get all that kind of info. But I have heard some amazing claims about moringa. I will also share that later. But basically, if you are any sort of prepper, if you have family members who have diabetes, or if you have or will have infants in the future, um, it's important to invest research into this miracle plant. So I'm going to put it off to the side. What else did I get from that package? This is a pine tree. This is the Italian stone pine, which I just think is gorgeous. And we'll have to do something on those as well. But I've grown some of these from seed before, and it's just so rewarding to plant something that's going to live for so long. And finally, what is this? We have, okay, this is white Japanese lilac. So I love lilacs, and this is supposed to have the white flowers. So I've got purple, a Josie purple, and I've got some pink. And now I've got the white Japanese lilac, which we will do videos on all of these things. Click like and subscribe for more information and updates. Moringa oleifera is possibly a miracle plant. You're going to need to do your own research because there could be medical things involved, but a lot of people use moringa seed. They use moringa leaves. Do not use moringa root. It has a neurotoxin. So no moringa root, but you can use the moringa leaves and the moringa seeds. With the moringa seeds, there are debatable aspects on how to use them or if they should be used. If you have diabetes, you need to talk to your physician. That's really critical. But in general, the moringa leaf has been used by people in India and Africa, especially in India, for a long time. And I've seen many documentaries about how moringa leaf might be like the major superfood that could prevent starvation and global famine. If there's a drought, poor soil, and so forth, moringa can grow in those kinds of conditions. Over caring for moringa kills it. So like I struggled with it for many years because I would overwater it and then the top would fall off. It'd get the top, just it would dampen off is what they call it. So that's a problem in Washington State. You will not probably going to get a big tall moringa tree. You might try for a dwarf moringa, or you can just treat it like a dwarf moringa where you are growing it for the leaves and then you're growing it as a vegetable. I will share with you. So moringa is very exciting. It's very promising. There's so much hope for the future food security and so forth, world food security through the use of moringa. Now, I don't particularly love the taste, but you can mix the dry leaves into soups and you won't even know that it's there. So the dried moringa leaf is very expensive. You can buy it at health food stores, but you could grow it yourself. So if you grow this as an annual veg, you would need a lot of seeds. So like when you go online and they're selling 5 seeds for $10, it's not worth it. But if you can get it in bulk, which I have found, I'll share the seed vendor I just am looking at now. But then I'm also going to share with you now Paisley Crafts. It's our Paisley Farm and Crafts. I bought them. They sell the seeds like by the pound. And so you get a lot of seed for that much. And so like what I would do is I just scrape off the little wings, the seed husk. I kind of scratch it with my nails on the outside so it feels almost like foam. I scratch it a little bit. I soak it in water until I see it sprout. I literally let it soak that long. Now, dampening off does happen with the seedlings, but I found that when you soak the seeds and you see the sprout come, then plant that right away and then just don't overwater from there on out. But they're amazing in so many different situations. I always feel like don't put all of your eggs in one basket, right? So if you're trying moringa, you might also try some additional plants like purslane. Purslane is very high in omega-3 fatty acids, and also grow something like kale or Swiss chard. So I would grow kale, Swiss chard, collards, collard greens, tree kale, tree collards, beets, beet greens, turnips, all those kinds of things. And again, like purslane is amazing. Purslane is wonderful. Now the quantity you get from that amount of space is not as much, but you can grow it around your plants. It can be a ground cover, an edible ground cover. So moringa is amazing. Give it a chance. If if it dampens off, because of your wet soils, you might try to use it as an annual. And here's a little bit of bonus content, because last time I went out and had a girls' day with my friend Reba, who is the gardening artist. Check out her channel. She gave me these seeds, which she had growing kind of open pollinated set up, and they crossed with purple Brussels sprouts, which they may have already crossed with those before, so this will be a mystery. But she got her seeds from the Plant Abundance channel. So these seeds are from Plant Abundance and then grown in Reba's garden, and now they're going to be grown in my garden, and I'll have to do some videos showing you what those are like. I actually have purple tree collards, like the pure cloned varieties. That's like what these originate from. So it'll be really interesting to see these in the garden and see how they are different and do compare and contrast. So make sure you click like and subscribe, and check out Reba's channel, which is the gardening artist. Thank you. I'm so excited that you decided to watch this video through to the end. Again, I'm Aubrey from Crybaby Cinema Homestead. I hope you enjoy my growing adventures and arts and crafts and frugal living and Dollar Tree hauls and seed hauls and all that good stuff. Continue to support my channel by clicking like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.